Today we're going to be looking at minoxidil hair foam and how you can use it to lux max your hair. This video is specifically for men who are considering using this hair foam, are looking for solutions out there to deal with thinning or loss of hair. I've started to use this over the last 6 weeks, and there's some things I shouldn't have done, and there are things that I'm doing going forward that will help you to maximize your results and get the most out of this product. Minoxidil actually recommends you using the product twice a day, 7 days a week. But I don't actually do that. I do something different. But by applying this product to your hair, it can stop hair loss and it can also cause regrowth of your hair. There's two versions, a liquid and a foam. They come in a 2% and a 5%, but I use the 5% foam. Now, if you've been doing your research online, you will hear that when you apply this product, you can get hair shedding. And this was putting me off for a few months. If you're not prepared to go through that stage, then I wouldn't use this product, because after week 2 I started to notice that hair shedding in places where I didn't have thinning. So that's why I would definitely recommend you taking your time before starting this product, and be aware you're going to get hair shedding. This can last up to 8 weeks for some people, 12 weeks. For me, it was about 4 weeks, and after that it stopped. How do you apply minoxidil foam? It's so simple. All you do is shake the can, and what I do is I apply it where my hair's thinning. So I'm thinning on the sides and the front. So I just apply it in thin lines at the front of my head. Now I don't rub it in. I let the solution melt. But one thing you don't want to do is let the solution run down your forehead, because it can cause growth on your forehead. So there's two things I do. One, if it's a lot, I wipe it. Or if it's a little bit, I just tilt my head back a little bit and I let the solution soak into my scalp and dry up. Some people rub it in. I just think if you're rubbing it, you're taking away that solution. That's why I let it sit in my hair, I let the foam melt, and I let my skin absorb as much as it can. Now let's talk about the mistakes I made. Starting this was a good idea, but the mistake I made was applying it only twice a week. This put me at a disadvantage. The second mistake I made, I was using it on the days I went into the sauna. I go into the sauna for about 20 minutes at around 90 degrees and it gets really hot. That dries your hair out. Number 3, whilst I was in the sauna, I wasn't protecting my hair. So I made some small adjustments in the last week and it's made all the difference. Now I use it 3 times a week, every other day. I don't use the foam on the days I go to the sauna. And when I go to the sauna, I protect my hair. I've got an ice bag, I fill it up with ice and I bang it on my head. Yes, I may look a little bit stupid. People do look at me in the sauna, but I don't care about that, because I'm doing what's good for me. And by protecting my hair, not using it on the days I go to the sauna, and just applying it one more time a week, has made all the difference. My hair already feels a lot thicker. I think I've gone through the shedding phase of weeks 2 to 6, which were very nerve-wracking. And I think by just applying it one more time a week, it's a lot more effective. When you're doing something like this, you've got to make sure you're consistent. And if you're going to start this, I would recommend you coming to terms with this being a long-term thing and potentially a thing you do for the rest of your life, or as long as you want to maintain your hair. Another thing is you've got to be consistent every week. You've got to be willing to go through that shedding phase, and you've got to be willing to make sure you take effort to look after your hair, whether it's in the sauna or just maintaining your hair on a daily basis. You've got to take the right steps to maximize your results. Now, should you be using this 3 times a week or 7 times a week? My recommendations are, if you're going to start minoxidil foam, you need to be using it a minimum 3 times a week. Every other day works quite well. I wouldn't use it 2 times a week. Now, if you're losing a lot of hair or your hair's getting really thin, you should consider using it 4, 5, 6, even 7 times a week. The box actually recommends you use it 7 times a week, twice a day. And if your hair is really thin or you're losing a lot of hair, then maybe you should go down that route. But if you're willing to be patient over the next 6 months, even a year, you could probably get away with using it 3 times a week, twice a day. Therefore, for the next 6 weeks, I'm going to continue to use it 3 times a week. Then after that, I'm going to review my hair and I might consider introducing microneedling, because online microneedling has shown to improve the effectiveness of minoxidil. So I don't mind adding this in once a week to get better results. After 6 weeks, I'll do another video and I will let you know what I'm doing going forward. If you're planning to use minoxidil, make sure you do your research. If you're taking any medication, consult your doctor, but make sure you're consistent, make sure you're willing to use it long term, take some extra steps to look after your hair. And if you do that, I definitely think you'll get some good results. If you're looking for some personal looks maxing advice, you can click the link in the description and work directly with me. But if you're looking to looks max your smile, your teeth, the next video will help you do that.